Before I begin this Google rant that people have been asking me for, I just have to start by saying this. Hey, YouTube auditor, fuck you. That's right, I said it and I'll say it again since I promised I would start all my videos like this. Hey, YouTube auditor, go fuck yourself sideways. That's right, motherfucker. Free speech is a beautiful thing over the internet. Now that I got that shit out of my system, people know by now that Google has changed some things recently. And naturally, people complain because they don't like change. They don't want things they like to change. Yet, when Call of Duty rolls out a bit of change, people bitch that Call of Duty hasn't changed. Go fucking figure. But anyway, some of the changes that YouTube rolled out are fucking annoying. Some make no fucking sense, and other changes are blown so far out of proportion, it's not even funny. I mean, some of the shit people complain about is so brain fuckingly stupid, it makes you wonder how people make their videos with their heads shoved that far up their ass. So let's begin there. Shit people are overreacting to, and the first thing on the list is YouTube coming down on copyright material and people bitching. Now, I don't know what fucking planet you've lived on for the past 6 years, but this policy has always been in place. Always! You can't just use copyright material without the express written consent of the owner of the material. That's been in place since YouTube began. But if you were to scour YouTube for content like this, you would see a huge portion of material that is copyrighted and is being used for videos. Whether it's music, a movie, a TV show, it's intellectual property from another channel, or the heart of the matter, video games. Now, let's start with the easy shit. Music, movies, TV shows. That's all shit that's copyright material, owned by studios or artists, and there's no debate that this content is not owned by some random YouTube user. Posting a music video, a full movie like Avengers or Harry Potter, TV show like Breaking Bad or The Simpsons is clearly against YouTube's policy. You can't just use someone's material and pass it off as your own and try to profit from it. So YouTube has copyright protections against this. They also have levels of copyright protection that dictate how much of that content you can use. Let's use music for example. Some songs are allowed to be used on YouTube with copyright protection as long as you don't monetize the video. Pretty much every one of my fail volumes has a song that YouTube allows me to use as long as I try not to claim any money off of that video. Fair enough, I don't mind that. There are songs on YouTube that will not allow you to use it at all. Once you throw it on the video, they will remove the audio portion of your file and replace it with either some stock music or have no audio at all. Final copyright protection is that once you use a song, even if you don't monetize it or anything, you get a strike. Asshole artists like Kid Rock or U2 with that cocksucker Bono will do shit like this. Use a song or have it play anywhere in the background, bam, instant strike on your channel. People complaining about these items are fucking clueless. This has been part of YouTube for years now. Years. This isn't a recent venture. It's been occurring for over 5 years now, but only now Google has decided to do a major sweep and go ahead with copyright protections. In some cases, audio was removed. In some cases, people got strikes. In other cases, the songs remained, but the songs were demonetized where the user was no longer making profits. Again, this is nothing new, and bitching about rules that are already in place means you clearly did not read the rules and regulations and guidelines of posting videos upon this motherfucker, which leads me to the next category of video games. The uproar lately has been over the use of video games and people making videos. Now, let me make this perfectly fucking clear for assholes who don't know their foot from their ass. You do not own the rights to Mario. You do not own the rights to Master Chief. You do not own the rights to Call of Duty, Battlefield, Pokemon, Assassin's Creed, Minecraft, Bubble Bobble, Q*bert, Pac-Man, Mega Man, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Handyman, Dildo Man, Buttfucker Man, or any other licensed game or character motherfucker at all. As a video game channel, we make videos using copyrighted material. We don't own a fucking thing we show on the screen other than someone showing their face on a camera playing a damn game. People are trying to portray video games as a gray area. Unlike a music video, I can't change what you hear or see. Unlike a movie, I can't control the action that people are watching. If I post an Eminem video, the full video, and you post the same full Eminem video, it's pretty much the same copyrighted content. But with a video game, my playthrough is different than yours. My game of Call of Duty is different than the game that you played. My Let's Play walkthrough of My Little Pony getting ass raped is different than your playthrough of My Little Pony Bukkake Edition. The only gray area would be if someone's videotaping themselves playing a game with an actual camera. The game is being recorded in the background on a television set because the content is the gamer playing, not the secondary video playback. If someone is using footage directly from a console, from a recording device, yes, that is owned intellectual property. But someone is videotaping their rendition of Dance Dance Revolution, making an ass out of themselves, doing the Macarena in their living room while the TV's in the background, That's not copyright protected. That's the only area in which a gamer would be safe, where the focus of the video is not on the game itself, but on the player, showing them how they play the game from a camera recording. This is the argument video game channels are making, that playing a game varies because the nature of the video game varies. Guess what, motherfucker? No matter how many ways you trade your Pokemons, you're still using copyright material. No matter how many times you jump like an asshole in front of Connect stabbing a motherfucker in Rise of Sun Rome, you're using copyright material. And Google doesn't have enough eyes and ears and hasn't programmed their auditing bots to figure out you're directly playing a Mario game or if it's in the background. Legally, in a court of law, you don't have a fucking foot to stand on, and any judge would give the award to the copyright protected company, and that's just fucking life. Learn to live with it or get the fuck out of here. On the flip side, video game companies understand how promoting their content helps them out. If someone with 5 million subscribers says that the video game he's playing is the greatest invention since Brazilian waxing for porn stars, then that motherfucker just endorsed a product to 5 million people for that company. As greedy as video game companies are, they understand the power of marketing like this. They understand the value of having channels promote their copyrighted protected content. And they allow us to use it. Activision, EA, Take-Two, Sony, Microsoft, Square Enix all allow us to use content on YouTube. Between telling Google themselves to allow the content, to making partnerships with media companies like IGN, GameSpot, Polygon, to gaming partnerships with Machinima, Yoush, Polaris, Fullscreen, some companies get it. Others, like Nintendo, seem to want to block people from making money on YouTube. I guess they don't want people making more than them since their Wii U bombed. Ubisoft and Capcom recently had their videos put under copyright protection, but both companies said they're in the same boat as Activision, EA, and others, that they don't mind people using their content and making money off of it, so they didn't actually go out and want these copyright protections. But Google went out and did this because they're petrified of lawsuits. Google has decided that after all their lawsuits, specifically the one with Viacom, and all the money they spent on lawyers, they might as well spend that money on enforcing these rules a little bit stricter. Instead of putting the money in the pockets of some greedy fucking corporate lawyer to protect them, they can find a few kids in some third world country to review videos and police their website. The problem is, most of the game companies don't want these restrictions, well, except for Nintendo. They don't mind people using content for marketing ploys because it's free marketing. Google already makes money off the videos we post, so naturally, they would be in deep shit as well for copyright content, so they unfairly made these copyright sweeps, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes, because they want to protect their ass. Now, keep this in mind. If at any point these video game companies decide they want to go the route of Nintendo and demonetize all videos or banning them altogether, legally, they have a right to do so. It'll be incredibly fucking stupid on their part, but they have every right to protect their intellectual property. And you can't say shit. Doesn't matter if you do a funny video, let's play, face cam garbage. If they decide to flip that switch one day, there ain't a goddamn thing you can do or say legally that will fall in your favor. We can bitch like we always do. We can tell a company to go fuck themselves like Microsoft and hope they do a 180 and change their policies back. But legally, the law is on the side of the studios. Now, the other part that Google fucked up on is how they went about flagging these videos. They didn't go after the big channels. They went after the small channels. They went after the channels that aren't partnered with major sponsorships and decided to fuck with the small channels' money. To me, that's bullshit. If you're gonna go after one genre, you go after everyone. Don't fucking pick and choose based on a size channel, motherfucker. Size only matters to people who've been in porn for 20 years. If you ban my videos, then you should ban a 1 million subscriber channel's videos. If you deem a 20 subscriber channel in violation, then a 20 million view channel should also be in violation as well. You've already started a channel size problem issue, which again I'll talk about later in the video, on the promotion of channels, but don't fucking compound your prejudice for money by going after the small time channels. Only on this bullshit. If a 100 subscriber channel is showing Mario, then a 100,000 subscriber channel has the same genre, they should be treated as equals when it comes to rule enforcement. No exception to this bullshit. Now the next topic people want to bitch over is compensation. Every now and then Google decides they want to cut how much they share with people. Instead of 10%, here's 9% or 8% or 5% or whatever the fuck it is nowadays. Naturally, people complain that they get less money. Okay, and if YouTube wasn't around, how much do you think you would actually make, motherfucker? The people who complain about the money they receive show how fucking shallow they really are and what they think of their subscriber base. If your concern with YouTube is that you're making less money, get the fuck over it. If you look at your fan base as a financial figure, then chances are you're the exact greedy motherfucker that shouldn't be on the site in the first place. The money people make here on YouTube varies depending on size of the channel and views. A channel my size earns pocket change. A 5 million subscriber channel will most likely make a living off of YouTube. But listen, like any employer who tells you something you don't like, you can't bitch when they change the rules. If you worked at a corporate job and the company wasn't doing so great, they might offer you two options: a pay cut or getting laid off. take less money or get no money at all. Shit, Google can tell any of us, you know what, we're not paying you shit anymore. Granted, they won't do that, and they know they won't sacrifice the content because they know without directors, there would be no fucking money to begin with. But can you imagine tomorrow if Google said they won't pay channels anymore? Do you know how many channels would just close up shop because all they care about is money? I wouldn't. I'd be here the very next day posting the same shit I always post. When Google starts fucking with people's money, you have to remember that this is a partnership. Without your content, they make no money. Without them making money, you don't make money. Both parties need each other. And Google is sitting on a nice pretty penny in the stock market and billions of dollars in cash. But don't think for 1 second that money belongs to you. It doesn't. It belongs to a greedy corporation, and you whining about not getting your share of money isn't going to change one fucking iota. The final thing that people are bitching about is this YouTube auditor shit. Someone will be spot checking videos, or a program will be spot checking videos. Who knows? Who cares? Put it this way. If you follow the rules and guidelines before, what difference does it fucking make if someone's watching your content ahead of time? No, really. What difference does it make if you're already following the rules on what to post? Do I like that my videos are going to be delayed because some asshole getting paid minimum wage in some war-torn African country needs to approve it? No, I don't like it. But at the end of the day, how the fuck does it affect me? First of all, do people really think every video is going to be audited? How many millions of videos are posted each day? Do you think every single video is going to be watched? I'd be shocked if the number of videos audited every day comes to even remotely close to 1%. They're not going to be watching every video and every second of each video. Chances are they're looking for content that can't be posted. Music, movies, illegal shit like kiddie porn, regular porn, mass violence, or anything else that can't be shown on YouTube. So big fucking deal that an auditor is watching your video. Post the shit ahead of time. Post the shit that's not copyright protected, and there should be no issues. The main problem I have with Google, though, is this comment section with this Google Plus bullshit. Now, you know, I can deal with the new layout, and I'll adjust to that. Fine, I've seen at least 4 to 5 different templates on YouTube on how videos are shown. It seems like you assholes make these changes just for the sake of changing something. But you know what? Fuck it. I can deal with it. On a side note, I seriously think there's an employee over at YouTube with nothing else better to do than to think of ways of changing the looks of YouTube. I think he does it just so he can keep his job or some shit, man. I seriously think there is some overpaid motherfucker sitting at a desk with nothing to do, pretending like he's making YouTube better than before, when the reality is all he's doing is figuring out how to make the layout look different so that each year he can say he accomplished something on his year-end review. That's why I think we keep getting new layouts in this motherfucker. Someone needed to find something to do up in this bitch. But in any event, this Google Plus bullshit is by far the most annoying piece of shit you fucktards have rolled out. Now, let me make a few things clear. I've said countless times, I don't bother with social media. I couldn't give two shits about social media. I got into YouTube as a hobby, as a way to show my friends my videos and my gameplay. I never imagined that this many years later, I would have this many subscribers who have the privilege of entertaining with my humor and content. That being said, YouTube is my only form of social media. I don't want no fucking Facebook. I don't want no fucking Twitter. Damn sure I don't want a MySpace or any of that stupid shit that people invent to make money by selling off your privacy. Yeah, I said it, motherfucker. These assholes make billions selling your private information to the highest bidder. So why the fuck are we forced into using this Google Plus bullshit? Well, I happen to know the reason. Ever since Google bought YouTube, they had to think of ways of making themselves relevant against the social media companies, because making a video or whatever the fuck just wasn't enough. Instead, they had to go all out and create their own social media site, which is a fucking failure. That's right, Google, it is nothing more than a piece of shit fucking failure. And since you're too fucking stubborn to admit you're wrong, since you're too fucking greedy to admit that you created a fucking failure, you attach the one good piece of social media that you have, which you didn't build. You fucking bought YouTube, and you made the comment section mandatory with this garbage-ass product you keep pushing. Google Plus is nothing more than a fucking fraud. It's nothing more than your feeble attempts at competing with social media sites who made better sites than you. You created the world's best search engine, and now you want to have every nook and cranny of the technology world. Yet, you won't admit that this piece of shit failed. But in order to push it on people, in order to force people into it, the comment section on these videos are now required. I personally can't stand this bullshit. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the prior comment section of videos. It worked fine. It functioned fine, but you had to go out and connect this garbage to your awful social media bullshit. And now, the functionality of it is all fucked up. Just look at the bullshit the comment sections go through. There is no character limit on what people can post. Motherfuckers can write a 2-word reply, or they can put the entire copy of War and Peace in the comment section. There's no limit. Your ban feature doesn't work. Your mute feature doesn't work. Your spam feature doesn't work. So basically, trolls have free reign to fuck with people's videos. They have free reign to make as many useless Google Plus accounts as they want to fuck fuck with videos. And since most channels aren't like me and can't deal with trolls the way I do, they fuck up the comment section of people's videos because you didn't build in any goddamn controls to prevent this. You compound your failure by adding shit with no controls. You marketed this crap as the best thing since soft toilet paper, yet the product isn't even worthy enough to wipe someone's ass with. You tried to monopolize the market that you got your shit handed to you in, and now it's backfired because the people have figured out how to use other sources of internet for their comment section to avoid dealing with your bullshit. Face it, Google, your fucked idea that you didn't think through is coming back to bite you in the ass, and I seriously hope that bite in your ass takes a whole fucking cheek off. The sad shit is that because you fucking coerced people into this bullshit, you passed off this Google Plus shit is growing and we're making more money. Bullshit. What you did is the equivalent of what the mob does. Pay me to protect you from the people who will beat you up. Meanwhile, the only people that are going to beat you up are the ones that you have to pay money to. It's fucking extortion. It's a scheme to make more money at the stock market at the expense of your users and viewers. You know you have the market cornered with videos. Vimeo and Dailymotion can't compete with your total videos and views. You know the top channels on YouTube that suckle off that Google teat will go along with this because, as I've said before, these greedy motherfuckers go where the money is. Don't believe me? How many big channels complained about this, yet still go out and beg for likes and favorites because they just want more fucking money on this shit? Which brings me to my next and final point. The tools given to bigger channels that already dwarf the small channels means the gap is going to widen between bigger and smaller channels. The rich will get richer, while the smaller channels will have even less of a chance to grow because of these new marketing tools. Just look at the recommendations of videos on my channel on the side. Give it a day or two, and then you're going to see whose videos pop up. The first day you see my videos, if you guys watch my videos on the day it's posted, you're going to see a whole bunch of blank white spaces. You're also going to see some of those white spaces fill up with my videos or certain videos that I just did in the past. But after a day or two, those white spaces are going to be filled in by larger channels in the video game genre because they're allowed to. My videos wouldn't be recommended on their channels now, would they? Of course not. Other medium to smaller size channels wouldn't be featured on those channels now, would they? Of course not. But a 1 million subscriber channel will be featured on my channel. It's not even like it's someone from my own network or someone that I'm personally subscribed to, or even better, one of my subscribers. No, it's a channel that makes a lot more money but doesn't have to spend any money to make more money. If a channel my size wanted to make more money under YouTube's new bullshit, they would have to spend money first to make more. And even then, that's not a guarantee. All you've done is make smaller to medium channels and offer to make a deal with the devil. They have to offer something and get little to no return on their investment, and at the end of the year, you'll basically be fucking them over. Instead of this mass marketing of larger channels to make more money, why aren't we given the opportunity to market the friends we want like we did before? Why can't my subscribers have their videos recommended after seeing mine? It's fucking ridiculous that the bigger channels, who already have all the resources in the world that are given to them, are given more resources than the people who actually watch a different channel. You know, I remember the days before money came into the picture with video game channels. Video recommendations would come from anywhere. Hell, my most watched video was due to the fact it was a recommended video on two larger channels who had a very similar content. The video of the Black Ops 1 boosters was recommended on two larger channels, and that's how it got all the views. But once you monetize shit, all of that went away. All those recommendations for people to find new content, and not just my videos, I'm talking all videos in general, all those smaller channels who had a chance to get their videos out to more people were replaced with videos of channels who were making money. I don't think this comes as a shock to anyone, but all of these changes are due to money. Greed, to be exact. Google is obviously a business, and they need to make more money in order to stay in business and prosper. But the changes are being made at the expense and exploitation of the viewers and directors. How do I screw over people who make us money? How do I exploit video creators to benefit the company? How do I manipulate the situation where our shareholders are boosted up on the shoulders of channel directors? That's why these decisions are made. It wasn't in the best interest of all parties. The decisions weren't made to benefit everyone who visits and uses YouTube. The decisions were made to benefit a select few people. Executives, shareholders, profit-sharing channels. Money eventually trumped entertainment and free speech like it always does, and Google is just the latest company to exploit their consumers and user base to make more money. They could have done it the honest way. They could have rolled out items in a better manner that offers incentives and benefits, but they chose the dick route. They chose to exploit people instead of working with them, and that's why these changes piss off so many people, because they're being exploited for cash. That's the basic bottom line. We're being exploited for money as always. Anyways, you guys wanted a Google rant? You fucking got one. That was a long enough video. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video.